Azlin Ahmad, the editor, Crude Oil Markets, joins in with a quick take on the oil market. Azlin, are there hopes of an output cut still on the table?
Oh, yes, I think there is. I mean, it's all right now a little bit uncertain because initially before the Opec meeting started, I think that the market was quite confident that there would be at least a cut-off around or slightly below 1 million barrels per day. The market is still optimistic maybe or hoping for a bigger cut. But, Saudi oil minister yesterday hints that 1 million barrels per day was sufficient to balance out the market. But having said that, he also has not ruled out the possibility that there may be no deal. So right now, today, with no announcement from the first day of talks, the market is getting a little bit nervous because all options are on the table. And I think at this point, anything could happen during the meeting today. But definitely, I think that the market is still holding out for a cut of about 1 million barrels per day.
Azlin, it's been quite a sharp reaction, I would say, at least to day one in the chatter that we've heard. It's almost been a 3% decline that we've seen in crude, and it's now sub 60. Do you sense that if on day two OPEC does decide for some production cuts, we could see the prices spiral upwards? And if so, what is the range that you're looking at?
I think that yesterday, the anticipation that there was going to be some sort of announcement from the Saudi oil minister or the image from the OPEC members after the first day, I think the market was holding out for that. And when that didn't happen, it just spooked the market a little bit, and we saw the oil prices drop quite sharply. But I think that right now, if OPEC does cut, and if it does cut about 1 million barrels per day, we will see prices recover. It will not be a huge increase because I think that the market feels that 1 million barrels per day is more or less on the lower end of what is needed to balance out the market and to take out the oversupply. So there will be a reaction, but it will not be, we're not going to see like maybe $70, within the next week. Let's say OPEC does somehow decide to cut a much larger amount than 1 million barrels per day, then I think the prices could jump higher. But no cut or a very small cut, I think that prices could remain where they are with a lot of vulnerability on the downside.
Azlin, where does demand fit in? We tend to focus a lot on what Trump is tweeting, what OPEC is doing. Ultimately, the crude price is a function of demand. What are the demand trends indicating?
Well, right now, at the moment, the weakness in the market is because of oversupply rather than demand. I mean, as you can see, Russia's been producing record high levels. So has Saudi Arabia. U.S. production has been rising. So if you look at the production levels over the last 6 months, I mean, basically it is all the falling oil prices is all due to an oversupply, and also because it looks like the Iran export cuts is not going to be as drastic as the market expected. In terms of demand has been very steady. I mean, I don't think demand has crashed, so demand has been very steady. There was a lot of concerns that the trade war between the U.S., China, and U.S. and elsewhere would have quite a big impact on demand, especially in the first half of 2019. But with the current truth in the trade war, it's been a little bit more optimistic. So I don't think that there's an issue with demand. It's doing decent. It's not crashing. But the problem right now with the oil prices is the supply.
Okay, Azlin, we leave it at that. Thanks very much for taking out the time.